Okay, so in this reading, I'm gonna look at the relationship between enhypen Sunghooon and SUNOO. I did a reading on them a couple of months ago, and I saw some things. It was honestly a really cute reading, and a lot of people have been asking me to do an update, so this is this. Let's go. This will be Sunghooon. This will be SUNOO, and this is the energy in between. Okay, Sunghooon showed up as the 6 of cups in the upright position, which is looking at the past. It can also be childhood. Sometimes it's just like giving to somebody else, especially something charitable, and especially if you're either older in the dynamic or like you have more like authority in the dynamic. SUNOO showed up as the 2 of swords, which is like being conflicted, usually with a choice. In this case, I think he's aware of that choice, but it's not like a choice between choosing between like what you're gonna wear that day, like 2 different outfits. It's more of like the vibe is giving kind of like an energy of sort of like, do I want to be this way or do I want to be this way? Do I want to have this sort of dynamic to go one way or another? It's like more like subtle, if that makes sense, but not something he's unaware of. In the middle of the justice in the reverse position, which is like a lack of justice, there's already, they're dynamic. Already a lot's going on. I'm gonna pull more cards and then I'll maybe explain what I think is going on. Sunghooon got the 3 of swords in the reverse position, which is like getting over heartbreak. Sometimes it's like, I heard I'm back and I'm better. I don't know what that means. SUNOO got the high priestess in the reverse position. The high priestess in the reverse position is like not being attached to your higher self, not following like the path that you should be following. And it's weird because you got a moon right there and a moon right there, which is unconscious, but it can also talk about secrets almost. Okay. And then you have, let's begin with goats going on in Sunghooon's side. So the first card he got was the 6 of cups, which is like emotions wanting to give to somebody else. But the reason I say this is like his card is facing SUNOO, and it's like, I want to give you something, but it seems almost emotional or relational in nature. But even beyond that, it's more like, I want to like talk to you, I want to like share things with you, if that makes sense. I think Sunghooon's older than SUNOO, right? I think, I'm not sure, I think he is. Anyway, so to me it seems like he wants to like more so just like talk to SUNOO more and like share more like emotional moments, if that makes sense. Like, I want to laugh with you, I want to like eat meals with you, I want to like hang out with you. That's like the vibe it's giving. Justice in the middle is like there's like an imbalance of some sort. You also got this card, which is like getting over a heartbreak. I want more information on this card specifically, but it's almost like there's a block between them. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a block in the sense of they don't hang out or they're being dissuaded from hanging out. It's not really that. It's more like, you know, like when you have like a friend or somebody you see a lot and it's like things are kiki, they're good, but then it's like things become weird, but not like weird in like a really dramatic way or in a bad way. It's almost like you guys are off step from one another. Almost like when you talk, it's like there's like misunderstandings or miscommunications. That's somewhat what's going on here, but it's not like bad. It's not negative. I don't know how to explain this. It's not mean, it's not bad, it's not like worrisome. It's more just like we're on different pages right now. Partly, I think because SUNOO's going through something. This seems like something, I think 2 things are happening right now. I think SUNOO has a secret, but it's not a secret in the sense of like he stole something and like he's trying to like hide that information. It's not that type of secret. It's more like, it feels emotional in nature, and it seems like something that he doesn't necessarily want to divulge to somebody else. And maybe because it's like, he thinks it's like shameful or embarrassing, so it's sort of like something he's keeping private is maybe a better way I should say this than a secret. There's something he's keeping private that he doesn't like want to tell people about. But the other thing is, I think he's going through something in a more like existential way, where it's sort of like, if anything, it seems like he's growing up and maturing, and when you mature or grow up, you age, you like change. So I think he's going through a transformation, and so he's keeping to himself a little bit more. More like, you know, like when like a Pokemon like evolves or something and they like go into hiding. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but that's the vibe it's giving. It's almost like SUNOO wants to be to himself for a while because he's changing. Whatever, it's a little bit more like existential. In the middle there was the justice, which I'm still locked in on because it's like imbalanced, but I think it's literally like they're just a little bit out of step in some way. But this could also, I need more information, but there's something, whatever. And this card is like unionship, merriment. I really feel like, I think I said that in the last reading I did that Sunghooon maybe could possibly allegedly have a little bit of a crush on SUNOO. I think that's still there, but it's almost like things have transpired since I did that reading, and I don't remember when I did that reading. It was like 6 months ago? I'm not sure. It seems like life has happened between them. It's not necessarily like Sunghooon feels differently. He does, but it's not like differently. It was like, oh, I don't like you the way I like you before. It's more like, his attention has been pulled in other directions, or maybe he's tried to like be nearer to SUNOO and like things have just not been like working out as they have, but it seems like the fondness is still very much there. It's like really warm. I don't know how to explain it, but like in my like mind's eye, I see like a warm like glow. Whenever I picture Sunghooon looking at SUNOO, it's like he feels warm inside. Almost like when you drink something like hot chocolate, something like sweet and like warm and like creamy. It's like very like, ah, like that's how literally like Sunghooon, whatever I see his energy going towards SUNOO, which is very sweet. SUNOO seems kind of like guarded. See, this is an ending. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. so this is an ending, right? Which can talk about like tens are like the end of something, so the end of a cycle, and this is having to do with your thoughts. I really feel like in like an existential way, Sunoo is changing, which is good for him. Like, I don't know how old they are. Sunoo's like 23. I'm not sure how old Sunoo is. At any rate, it seems like this is something that he's like evolving. He's evolving, so he needs like time to himself. Anyway, this is like being guarded again. That's so interesting. But this sometimes can be like almost like he feels like protective over Sunoo, but it's not as like protective in the way that like, I don't know, like a dog protects you or like guards you. It's almost like he just like watches over Sunoo. And it's just, Sunghun is very present in this reading, and he has like an intensity about Sunoo that's very quiet. Like he just like he like wants the best for him. He wants to be around him. He wants to talk to him. I think Sunghun genuinely gets a lot from Sunoo being around him. It's like there's like a strong connection. It's sort of like I like him. Like it's almost like Sunoo like calms him down in some way, just like his presence. So it's like almost like there's a lot of gravitation of Sunghun to Sunoo, which is sweet. The sun is happiness. It can also be like illumination and lightness. Why did we get the Justice card? Because this is merriment and happiness. This is the ending of something. The relationship doesn't seem bad at all. It doesn't seem rocky. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of weirdness, other than I think Sunoo is going through his own thing. But like at any given moment, everybody's going through their own thing. The Emperor's power on Sunghun's side. Sunoo got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, which is like time changing. It can also talk about good luck, but in this case, it feels like time and like evolving, evolution. And in the world, in the reverse position, is a lack of completion. It seems like the relationship is kind of stalled, but it seems like not permanent. Literally because of Sunoo, something going on with him. But it seems internal. It doesn't seem necessarily like something having to do with like his job or his company or his family. It also could be health related too. But that might be the case. It doesn't seem permanent. It seems temporary. It seems like something that'll, for at least for Sunoo, will relieve in the coming months. Because I think he's felt a little bit like, not as like, I guess energized maybe? I'm not sure. In one way or another, he feels like lower. But that doesn't, it just seems like he's growing, whatever. The world in the reverse position. And this card is looking at, which again is like, the world can talk about like change and evolution, but it's in the reverse position, which is their relationship. Sunghun feels great. It seems like he was going through a low point, and he's past that. He's like, I'm on my game again. I feel strong. I feel empowered. I feel like I can do things. It seems like the relationship is kind of like on a cooler. But not in a bad way. Almost like they don't see each other as often. They don't talk as often as at least Sunghun wants to. Sunghun doesn't really have a lot of like, his energy is not like strongly concerned with Sunghun at all. It's almost like Sunghun is a lot of like towards Sunoo. Energetically in some of his cards as well. Sunoo just is kind of like vibing on his own. He like does not have like a thought one way or another. It's sort of like when you like have a friend but you don't really think about them that much because you're involved in yourself. Sunghun got the Devil in the reverse position, which again is the releasing of something toxic. I think he feels good. I'm happy for him. Sunghun got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, which can sometimes be like not having the tools you need or the skills you need, especially when it comes to something physical. It can also talk about money. Sometimes it can talk about money not going your way. Sometimes though, Pentacles can also talk about health, especially because it's like a Virgo. Virgo's very health related. I don't think Sunoo feels great, but I don't think it's something that you should be worried about if you're like the type of fan that gets like worried about idols in that sense. It seems almost like just he's like in like a lower vibe state, but it'll pass. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, which again is facing towards Sunghun, and like Pentacles and Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is also something nurturing. It seems like Sunoo, their names are so similar. It seems like Sunoo wants to do something with Sunghun, but I think that's more enhypen at large, which includes Sunghun. I think Sunoo likes Sunghun. I think Sunghun likes Sunoo more than Sunoo likes Sunghun, but I also don't necessarily know Sunoo has like the strongest. It seems like he like suspects, but that's not the best word because suspects is kind of like, it has almost like a little bit more of like a sneaky connotation to it. But I think he suspects that Sunghun likes him like a lot, but not necessarily in a crush way. But he's like you know how like there in any group there are people that you're closer to. I think Sunoo knows that Sunghun like feels closer to him or likes him a lot, or like there's like a camaraderie there. I don't think Sunoo has like the strongest idea of how Sunghun feels. But to be fair, I don't feel like Sunghun does either. Maybe because like they're dissuaded from like having male loving men loving men types of like thoughts. But it seems almost like Sunghun doesn't, it's almost like he won't allow himself to be like, I like Sunoo as like a crush. Like he in his mind, his psyche won't allow him to like go that full on. So he's just sort of like, I really like him. Which, to be honest, like that's fine. And anyway, Sunghun got the Death card in the upright, which is evolution and change. Something ending as well. Sunoo got the Page of Wands in the reverse position, which is like low energy, and then in the middle is like the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. I think it's not so much an avoidance of the other members, but he's not going out of his way to hang out with people as much. He just kind of wants to be quiet and alone. And I feel like because like this card is facing this, and they're both wands, and it's sort of like I have to give my stick, which in this case is like energy, to you guys, and I think this is enhypen at large. It's almost like he feels a little bit like he wants to like step away from the group, at least in my mind's eye, because I see them. This is gonna sound weird, but I see all the members of enhypen like running around a fire or dancing around a fire at night, and like Sunghooon is sort of like sneaking away. Like I want to be like in the darkness for a while. But again, his energy does not feel sad. It feels tired, and like I just want to be alone. But this is the death card, and I don't really, other than like taking it as like an ending. Oh. Something might go on with enhypen, because this doesn't seem related to either of them right now. It seems like this seems future oriented, to be honest, and it seems like something's going to happen with enhypen, but it seems not like super far away. Maybe by the end of the year. Oh, I guess we're nearing the end of the year, but this seems like when it's winter or when it's cold outside. It seems like there's going to be something about enhypen. I don't think it'll be so big that fans know about it. I think if you're like a super fan and you really are like good at reading dynamics between members, you might pick it up. But it seems like this seems like something that is being implemented by the company or their schedule or like a company that works with them. This seems like something that is more of like a systemic or like an overhead thing that's going to affect all of the members. This includes SUNOO. It seems like a change. It might be even like a comeback, and like the comeback doesn't go the way they expected. I'm not sure, but there's a change coming, and it seems like having to do with how they work or what they do. But it seems like it's going to affect all the members, but in different ways. And it's going to affect Sunghooon specifically. Almost like it's going to frustrate him. I'm not sure. It's like a change is coming and it's going to frustrate me. It's weird. But this seems work-related. This is improving your mindset or your emotions after a period of sadness, or almost like overcoming grief, getting over grief. And this is the Queen of Cups, which is like being like emotionally content or fulfilled, or like emotions starting to flow more. But again, it's like cups right here and cups right there. That's so interesting. The Star, something going well for SUNOO. Ace of Swords, not being able to say what you want. Eight of Wands. Ace of Swords is like, I can't start something new with you, especially when it comes to communication. The Star is vulnerability, though. It also can talk about stardom. In this case, though, SUNOO's cards are facing away from the Star, which is away from vulnerability. The energy in between them is lovely, though. And like the energy in between them this entire time is like there's an imbalance, but like there is like a sense of camaraderie. There's a sense of like love, you know. There's a sense of familiarity. Like when they're together, it feels good. It's not like fireworks. It's like a nice candle. It's just like warm and comforting. I really like their dynamic. I think there's something that is not like there's not like a pressure between them. It's not like we have to be together. It's not like we have to perform for the camera. It's none of that. It's very like even if the camera is on or off, they're kind of the same way no matter what, which I don't always necessarily see with K-pop idols, because a lot of like being a K-pop idol is performing. For them, it's like they don't really have to like ham it up for the camera. They're nearly the same. It's also not like they feel like a strong need to be, you know, like with some friends, and they're kind of like high maintenance, and it's like they want calls and texts a lot, or like they need you a lot. This is very like they can just like take space. It's almost like Sunghooon is very protective over SUNOO in a way that like SUNOO isn't to Sunghooon at all. It's almost like SUNOO just kind of like exists and is like a good person, I guess, or like Sunghooon just really admires SUNOO. And I don't know, it's not, I'm trying so hard to articulate this, is why I keep like circling the same ideas, but it's almost like the way Sunghoo feels about Sunghooon is like I want to be closer to you. I don't have like the bandwidth right now. It's almost like it would be like metaphorically if like Sunghooon like knocked at like SUNOO's door and SUNOO was like, not right now, like it's not a good time. But like SUNOO feels bad because he wants to let Sunghooon in, and Sunghooon doesn't have a lot of pressure. He's not like, well, like hang out with me. There's none of that. It's very sweet. I think he's older, but not very much. But it seems like there's something about age specifically that the cards want me to bring up. It's like there's something about the age, or like the maturity difference. It doesn't have to be like actual physical age. Money again. There's something about, but in this case, it really feels like it's health. It doesn't feel like it's money related. Like something with SUNOO's health is off. But I don't think you should be worried. It feels almost like a fatigue thing, or maybe like a mental thing or whatever. Because I just see him like so tired and like wanting to be alone. The King of Swords. Again, that's like power, that's like might, that's like strength, and then the Queen of Wands is sometimes it can be like losing your spark or your passion, but sometimes it can be like being quieter. It's just generally. Well, peace and love, and I hope SUNOO feels better soon.